What is going on, IF Warriors? So today we're going to talk about how to keep yourself away from fat regain. And this is one of the bigger, this is probably the number one issue, the number one weight loss issue. Most people, no matter how big or small they are, if they're trying to lose weight, they are successful at one point in their lives. But a lot of people, especially in the United States, that they can't keep that weight off. It always comes back. And that is why I always say that we're not really a weight loss. We're not really a community with a weight loss issue. We're more a community with a weight regain issue. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Weight regain. This is the big one. And the reason it's the big one is because it almost feels inevitable. You're going to regain weight. It is going to happen. Now, here's some things that you should know when it comes to weight regain. It's going to have a perception of being much quicker than weight loss, but they're fairly similar in time frame. And I know it's going to be like, no, there's no way. I feel like I will gain my weight so fast. And the reason you feel like you gain your weight so fast is because you're not paying attention. When you start to regain weight and you're noticing slightly that you're regaining weight, a lot of people stop paying attention to the things that they paid attention to when they were losing weight. What does this mean? What their calorie intake, things like the exercise that they're doing, looking at the scale, looking closer to their bodies in the mirror, taking pictures, taking videos to try to measure what their bodies. No one is looking to see how much they're gaining weight on a weekly basis. Like, oh, I've gained 3 pounds. Oh, let me make sure I pay attention for next week to see how much. Oh, I gained 2 pounds this week. Let me take pictures to show the gaining of the weight on a week by week thing. You stop doing all of that. So you go it goes completely into the back of your mind in terms of the specifics of the weight, in terms of it going up, that it ends up just like a month, 2 months pass by, and boom, you realize like you're really big because you probably put this shirt on or this thing that you didn't put on in a while and it doesn't fit you at all. And then you're like, whoa, where did this weight come from? I just regained all this weight so fast. And it's because you're not necessarily paying attention to the process of gaining weight. But if you were to rewind and do that in reverse and take 2 months to lose weight, you'll be paying attention because you're very involved. You're looking at your calories, you're doing exercise, you're doing all these things, you're paying attention to the scale. You may be taking pictures or taking video, things to keep yourself accountable or to see it visually on your body. You're putting on clothes and you're seeing that the clothes are fitting much more looser, and then you realize, oh, I'm losing weight. But because you're paying attention and you're very meticulous, those 2 months will go by much slower. Therefore, it gives a perception that your weight loss is much slower, or like you spent so much time losing weight and now you've just quickly regained weight. And this is important because this will help you with weight regain, understanding that notion, because you cannot feel that you are away from being able to fix the problem. So if you're noticing that you're gaining weight, right, you need to be proactive. You need to be able to get on that scale and test to see, did you gain some weight? If you see that you gained weight, because you got to be honest with yourself. You know that you haven't been paying attention because you reached your weight loss goal. You have to then recalibrate to make sure that you're not going to continue to gain weight. And if you've gained weight for over a month, you have to then start to lose weight for over a month before you can kind of get back to roughly the same time, the same place you were in before you gain weight over that month. So you have to be cognizant of what's happening. This is how you can fight off weight regain. If you just put it in the background, if you just put it in the back of your mind, those days, those weeks, those months will fly by. And by the time you know it, 3 months have passed by and you have done nothing to recalibrate the weight regain. And like I said, weight regain is the number one thing. This is why the best diet that you can do is always the diet that you can stick to for the rest of your life. People want diets to lose weight, but people don't want diets to live by. And you need to find a diet to live by, because if you just do this bouncing back and forth thing that I'm talking about is only going to happen if you just can't stick to a specific diet. You always have to try to stick to a diet. That's why the comfort level of the diet is the most important thing. If intermittent fasting is not comfortable, do not do intermittent fasting. The comfort level of the diet is the most important element to the diet itself. So what I was talking about in terms of weight regain and all that stuff, that's when you don't pick the right diet. Recalibrating, trying to fix and everything, that's when you don't pick the right diet. When it's all said and done, picking the right diet is paramount. And I know it's hard to even know if you'll be able to stick to a diet, but one thing that's very good to give you an idea, or that's telling that you would be able to have a potential to stick to it, is how comfortable it is when you first do it to begin with. All right, so make sure you pick the diet that you feel has the highest potential for you to stick to forever, but also you gotta keep yourself aware. You always gotta keep yourself aware, and also know that it's not taking longer for you to lose weight than it is for you to gain the weight. There's just a perception of this, because for one of them, you're paying attention to every meticulous detail, which creates that perception of prolonging the process. And the other one, you're just not paying attention to it, which creates that perception of the days going by super fast, or just time going by super fast. So hopefully this video has helped you guys. Hopefully you guys have a better understanding of this concept of weight regain and the time frames that it takes, and as opposed to weight loss. And it helps you kind of feel more comfortable correcting course, right? If you've lost weight for 6 months and you've gained some weight in 1 or 2 months, don't think that you've lost everything, right? There's a lot of things mixed in that scale. Weight with water weight, with glycogen, is not only just body fat. So just keep that in mind, and make sure that you just course correct, because that is an important thing. If not, you're gonna keep going in the wrong direction, and you'll end up eventually being back to the weight that you were before. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.